Hey everybody, good morning, Robb. Guys, today we have a kind of interesting recipe. I didn't have all the ingredients for this one, so I made some substitutions. They're kind of adventurous, and I recommend you use the original recipe, the one I came up with. I didn't particularly like the flavor 100%. I think it would have better with the original recipe. Um, I made some substitutions with the vinegar and the soy sauce. I didn't have soy sauce, so I used some beer. I could have used Worcestershire sauce, but I decided to use beer instead. I used a half a cup of water, and I probably could have gotten away with one third of a cup, or even one quarter of a cup, because there was a lot of liquid at the end, and I didn't want that much. I wanted that to be more condensed. I didn't have the regular peeled fresh garlic, so I used garlic powder, and I used the garlic or the powdered ginger. And this is the beer I used, some Guinness Stout, really dark. I primarily liked the beer because it was going to give a really dark color, and maybe give it a little bit of interesting bitter aftertaste. Um, it just was kind of malty. It didn't go over as well as I thought it would. The Worcestershire sauce would have been a better substitution, I think. And maybe if you want to use the beer, use an extra spoon of the honey to mask the bitterness. The second mistake I made, or actually the only mistake I made, I'm not counting the substitution as a mistake, that was an experiment. I made a mistake by not adding the vinegar. The recipe called for rice vinegar, and I was going to use some apple cider vinegar, and I forgot to add it at the end. Also, the amount of oil I put in was 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. You don't have to put in any oil, but I was worried about if the water would boil away. I wanted some oil at the bottom so I didn't burn anything. And there was tons of water left, so I could get away with using like just a teaspoon of oil. It's good to have oil sometimes because it helps some of the ingredients come together and absorb into the liquid. The chicken was thawed. It was 2 small thighs. The heat is going to be on high, but once it starts steaming, I'm going to turn it down to medium. Going to go for 10 minutes. When it was done, the ginger made a really nice addition. It was a little bit of a heat to it, a little bit of a spice I really enjoyed, which was kind of surprising. It's pretty easy to use this pressure cooker. When you're done, just put it in the sink and run some water over the top. The recipe didn't call for adding any mushrooms, but when I was finished, I saw that sauce and I thought it'd be perfect to add some mushrooms in. Also, if you let that sauce cook a little longer, it will thicken up, it'll reduce, but I was in kind of a hurry, so I used some cornstarch when I was finished removing the chicken thighs. For a nutrition reason, it's probably better to add the mushrooms later after the sauce is done because you don't want to boil the mushrooms any more than you have to. Using about a teaspoon of that cornstarch. It's going to cook on high for a little bit until it thickens up. It's not going to get thick like a gravy. It's just going to leave a little glaze to the meat and the noodles. The noodles came out great. You just cook them for 12 minutes, and I cook them in turmeric, give them a nice golden color, and add some parsley flakes and a little olive oil when they're done. And I could eat them alone. uh, the chicken is very tender, very moist, and it has a nice flavor. It's not as good as fried chicken, but but it's very nice chicken. And the mushrooms have a nice taste. The beer gave a little bit of a bitterness, but a maltiness I wasn't expecting, and I should have been expecting because that's how beer tastes. But I think the soy sauce would have been better. It's an attractive dish, and it actually tastes better than it looks. But I think it's better off if I had used the soy sauce and the rice wine vinegar, or even maybe the apple cider vinegar. I really enjoy cooking with a little microwave or the little pressure cooker, and it's a really handy kitchen gadget. Going to be using it for more recipes in the future. Hope you enjoy it. By the way, I've got a playlist on my channel. I've been making them for 17 years. Got a couple hundred cooking videos on there you might like to take a look at. And I got some cool people I feature down at the bottom of my channel. They cook too. You might want to check them out. Some of them do anyway. Well, I'm not really chewing with my mouth open. The microphone is right next to my throat. And that's why I'm going to turn the sound off in a second. So guys, this is a pretty easy, simple recipe to make with your miniature pressure cooker. And I hope you give this recipe a try. And don't be afraid to be adventurous. All right, guys, take care. It's been fun. See you out there.